Why is it doing that? Like there is nothing more frustrating than what it's doing right now. Like what it's doing right now is genuinely like starting to be like very very much upset. Okay, I gotta move you like that. Okay, cool. And that's locked. Can't use display capture because I have to add you. And you have to be but everything else. Oh, but you gotta. It switched on me. I don't know why it was as difficult as it was. Don't know why it was that way. Holy moly. Holy fucking moly. Okay, so we're doing some bullshit. We're gonna play Final Fantasy in a little bit, or you might not. I don't fucking know. But here's what I want to do. I want to just see if I can go through my Instagram and just talk about shit for the sake of talking about it. So I wanted to give this kind of type of deal like a try. We might do it more often. We might not. I like it being a gaming channel, but I love talking about shit. So let's fucking go into it. Go into it. And we got this first one right here. And we want to see how this looks. I have no idea how all this is going to fucking mix. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about shit and more so just like have real conversations. All right, so this types of jokes are actually fucking hilarious because at one point, a lot of women started doing this thing called women in men's fields, and it started off as good to kind of call out very toxic behaviors, but of course the toxic ones took it and made it more about genuine behavior of males. And now we've decided to turn around and do it the exact same way because it's a joke. We all got mad. You know, we got mad and we said we don't like this, and they said, "Oh, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. You know, it's not that funny. It's not that serious." And I'm like, you can't get super mad at us for doing the same thing that you're doing. That means it's a double standard. We don't like double standards. So when she tells a valid point in the middle of an argument, and instead of answering her, I just start crying. Now, as men, we absolutely hate this because if we're having a conversation, it turns into an argument, and an argument is two people with opinions, not facts, but opinions, attacking each other. That's an argument. We don't fucking like arguments. No one likes arguments. I don't want to be in an argument. And if I make a really good point and you don't really have a response but to start crying, not only was I right about it, but you don't have the maturity to actually, admit to being wrong, or you're just so sick of having the fight. And usually, we don't like those kind of conversations. We don't like those conversations. This is fine to me. This right here, this is talking about this. If 100 girls asked him if he was single, do you think he would say no 100 times? Exactly. So I despise seeing shit like this. because not only are we hyper general, not only are we generalizing two completely different and separate groups of people, which every individual in said group share a level of individuality that you can't find anywhere else. I think posts like these are fucking stupid. First off, men do not get that same level of attention that women do. It's very uncommon when it does happen. And to assume that this individual is going to say no to all 100 of those women is ridiculous. What are there men that will say yes to some of them? You're damn skippy. They're an heavy group, but you're trying to use this because this is a very attractive. This is a very attractive woman. She has good makeup. I think that the white that she's wearing kind of washes her out. She probably look better in a deeper color to kind of play off her undertones and her red hair, and because she has like but at the same time you do have very dark hair and dark eyes, so it works. And it doesn't. I think maybe if she had a bit more like a beige thing, it'd look a lot better. But that's just my opinion. This is color theory we're talking about, color and outfit theory. So ignore me, especially your ability. But we're using this to try to like actively shit on people. Oh, here's my justification for not being loyal in a relationship or for being promiscuous and then getting upset that there's consequences to that level of promiscuity. So well, I decided to entertain this behavior, to do these horrible decisions. I'm going to justify them by saying, well, if he had the exact same level of access from the other side, would he say yes? He would, okay, you know what I'm saying. And here's the response to it. It kind of sucks. My boyfriend, now ex, has blocked me on everything now. I don't know how to feel. I broke up with him. So the guy, so you broke up with him. You broke up with him for a reason. We don't know what that reason is, but clearly you're having second thoughts about leaving him, or you thought that you would still receive attention because, for all I know, you broke up with him in order for him to chase after you. Don't know. But if you break up with someone, you should not be surprised if they block you on everything, or if they never reach out to you, never talk to you, or don't want to be your friends. Don't be surprised about that. Don't be surprised about that. I think that's a very natural thing to kind of go no contact with the individual, kind of walk away from them as much as possible, because being broken up with or breaking up with someone hurts. It hurts, and of course she feels hurt because she's like, oh well, you blocked me and everything. So and more than likely this individual, because I don't think that the response here is a very healthy response. Get a little this fucking retard. Can we laugh about that? Yeah, I'll get a little this guy. You broke up with this individual, and now you're upset that they did things that someone who is emotionally hurt's going to do. They had an emotional reaction, and they blocked you and everything. Like it or not, I think her ex had the more healthy. And even look at the way she's wording it. My boyfriend, now ex, has blocked me on everything now. I don't know how to feel. I broke up with him. So you're still referring to him as your boyfriend, which means that I feel like you broke up with him in a moment of emotion versus logically thinking out why this relationship isn't working out. And this is, of course, I am gonna kind of have some bias because you broke up with him and are upset that he is taking healthy steps to try to heal himself. That's what I'm seeing. It could also be a very negative response, not a negative response, but a very like also him just trying to be toxic and him trying to hurt you in ways that he can get to you by taking away all of his attention and moving on. But either way, as long as you both can remain with no contact, the ability for them to kind of heal from that is very high, and now they're more liable to be able to heal. Hey, Lily. Guy's an absolute fraud. I like this. Early in a relationship, I shared a need that felt risky. His reaction told me everything I needed to know. Let's see here. He thought I was joking, but I wasn't. Matt is the ultimate golden retriever of a guy. He lights up every room, makes friends with everyone, and I love that about him. But early in our relationship, there was a moment where I needed to feel seen in a world that he so easily lights up. We were out with friends, and he was in his element. I loved watching it, but a part of me felt on the sidelines. Old me might let that feeling spiral into insecurity, thinking if he wanted to, he would. Maybe I'm not worth his focus, but I didn't let that story take over. Instead, I recognized my desire to feel included. Didn't mean he was doing something wrong. It just meant I had a need that wasn't getting met. So I leaned in and said, I love how you're connecting with everyone, and I don't need to be the queen of the world. I just want to feel like I'm in it with you tonight. Let's make sure we have our moments too. Okay. So it's very healthy. That's a great thing. I love how you're connected. So let's see. His face softened. He pulled me in saying, I appreciate you telling me being here with you is what makes me all special. I'll make sure we have plenty of more us moments. Okay, so it's good. It's good that she communicated this with him. I think that maybe she should have communicated it afterwards, but I think her doing so and immediately saying something about it was necessary. So that and I'm gonna get some candy on it. So I'll be right back. It has to be said. We have entered a world of a lack of emotional maturity. And we have gotten to a point where we take emotional maturity as genuine fucking weakness. Now, she did something that very few people tend to do, and that is communicate effectively. So look at how she puts this. I love how you're connecting with everyone, and I don't need to be the center of your world. So I need so what she's doing here is that she's splitting hairs. So first off, I love what's happening. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. So we're specifying that off rip. You're not doing anything wrong. Like wrong. I am also explaining that this isn't a I need to be the center of attention type need. I don't need to be the center of your world. This isn't a I need more attention type of ordeal, or more so I don't need to be like is it because some women are very toxic in regards of I have to be the center of your attention at all fucking times. You ever notice as a guy whenever you're getting ready to do something that you thoroughly enjoy, like that something that you it's a hobby you have by yourself that doesn't involve your partner that you thoroughly enjoy, your partner all of a sudden wants to be the center of your world. Now you want to have sex. Now you want to cuddle and watch a movie. You want to watch a TV show that I want to watch now. All of a sudden you want to pull out all the stops because I'm going to sit down and play my Xbox for the next 2 or 3 hours and kind of just relax, enjoy myself, and do something that I myself enjoy without you. It's toxic as fuck. It's something you don't want to do. The same thing goes for guys. Same thing goes for guys. You should not all of a sudden want to give her attention because she turns on her TV show or she starts making plans with her friends. That's terrible. That's awful. Don't do that shit. Sincerely, don't ever do that type of nonsense. Okay? Be better. Be better. But here she is being better. So this is a great way to kind of specify what she's talking about. I just want to feel like I'm in it with you tonight. Let's make sure we have our moments too. So this isn't a so she's like, hey, let's try to have more of us moments during this time, and we can probably have a more in-depth conversation as to what that might include. And you have to be able to give your partner proper room to do this. Now, here's the part that makes me really, really happy. Um, I appreciate you telling me. So confirm. So we have to give confirmance of the communication. Thank you for telling me this. All right. If you want someone to do things that you like, tell them that you like seeing them, and then give them positive affirmation about this. All right, more people need that. More people need to hear you're doing a good job. You're doing a great job. And at first, say a good job, but then as you start to get to know the person a lot better, be more specific as to how you're giving them compliments. Give specific compliments. Dude, I love the fact that you pull your plastic. Love the fact. Like, for instance, I love the fact that you do the specific aspect of your job every time. Do that. It's great, because you'll see more. You see more of it, and more. Not enough people get that affirmation. Being here with you is what makes this all special. I'll make sure we have plenty more us moments. He's also letting her know that he is not intentionally diverting attention away from her. And more than likely, he feels more comfortable getting into his element because his partner's with him. So this is overall a very healthy relationship. And it even specifies about not wanting to come off as needy. And it is easy to come off as needy in relationships. So this is a good way to talk about that. Let's see here. I absolutely love memes like this. This is high levels of camaraderie. It kind of sucks that we show this level of camaraderie only when, like, if it comes to my homeboy getting bitches, I am immediately glazing this motherfucker. If I could do something like that, I would. Hands down. If I could do something like that and be like, yo, man, here's all the money I owe you. Hey, man, thanks for helping me and my mom at that spot. Shit like that. Camaraderie. This is having your homeboys back. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Rocket League is quite it is quite possibly one of the most right beside Dead by Daylight, the most cursed game to queue up and play. You're either gonna come across you either spend like 5 or 6 hours toxic lobby after toxic lobby playing against bullshit and stupid shit all day, and then you'll hit, but when you start to hit more higher, more professional levels of gameplay, you'll get stupid shit like this all the damn time. You get so good at the game that you don't have to really try. You're not sweating. You're just fucking around and having a good time. And I wish I could hit levels like this more often and have moments like these, but I don't play online games. I have a life outside of this. What? This girl's kind of pretty. Kind of. Kind of. I think if she did a little bit more with her hair or took better care of her hair, she would look a lot more pretty. I just don't think that makeup really suits her. She should probably do more research on how to do makeup specific to her type of eyes, and she'll look a lot more pretty. And I get it. This is a very shallow take on this person, but I also don't like men invented duo Q so they can spend long intimate nights with each other. I really don't like it whenever we make spending time with someone you genuinely care about as a friend, your brother, your best friend, all that shit, and we am trying to weasel in some sense of, oh, there's this romantic intimacy, you're fucking gay because you're spending 6 hours on call with your best friend, and it really undermines the relationship that we can actually create with each other as friends. And I think if we stop doing that, the ability to have the same level of platonic relationships with the opposite sex without it becoming romantic and intimate would also very much increase. So this is funny as all hell. This is funny as all hell. And then turning this awful statement into a joke is also great. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the way he's looking left and right. You can already tell this man's on bullshit. When someone is looking away from the main source of attention, you can already tell he's going to do something goofy as shit. Look at him looking around. He said, goofy ass, hilarious vine. This is so fucked up. When your 6'5" athletic son, your smart daughter, who's waiting till marriage, and beautiful wife are going on a family trip but get put by a female account, it all starts off nice and wholesome. And this is how you know the joke is going to be something absolutely fucking devious. It starts off wholesome. It's going to pull the rug up underneath your feet. It is going to, without a shadow of a doubt, make you regret ever in any way, shape, or form trying to come at this in a very healthy manner. And I'm going to assume that this has something to do with maybe something in recent news where let me look at this. So unfortunately, there is information that's coming out that's indicating that female police officers are a lot more prone to utilizing deadly force with a firearm. So there's oftentimes, so not often, it's not very often, but it happens. It happens more often than male officers who are more physically capable than the female officers. And a lot of times this is used as um, reasons to try to prevent females from becoming police officers. And granted, I've met a lot of women who are very physically capable, but they're not more capable than I am. Like for women, very capable, but they can't do a man's work. And that sounds very, very sexist, but it gets really frustrating whenever I see us kind of putting less capable people in positions that need actual capacity capability to do so. We're setting people up for failure by lowering our expectations. So like I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. If I'm robbing a place and a female officer tries to stop me physically, I'm just going to there's a point where raw power cannot outpace technique. There's a major point. Now, you could show me a video of Ronda Rousey putting 3 or 4 different men in chokeholds and shit. Yeah, I'm not saying that those people don't exist, and I'm not saying those situations don't exist. But the moment that if we took those guys and we made them train for a month, 30 days is all they get. 30 days of train, not even physical training. Hey, we're going to give you some techniques on how to not get put in these positions very well. She's not going to beat them. That's why we keep them separate. That's why women fight women, men fight men. We're not going to go into the gray areas of that. And this isn't meant to be sexist or to otherwise disintegrate female police officers, but this is what the joke is about. What is this shit? I'm there so I can be triggered, unlearn the trigger, and improve my inner peace. So this is actually so there's a lot of interpretations to take with this, but I understand what she's trying to say, and I'll do my best to articulate it. When so a lot of people will get out of toxic relationships and they will be like, I'll never date again. So what they'll do is that they will do everything in their power to avoid commitment because you're trying not to be triggered. And this is also why we've gotten so soft just as a generation and as a group of people, is that we try to avoid triggers. And you want to be triggered, you want to go out of your way to be triggered, to have those moments of extreme emotion, because if you can conquer those moments, if you can figure out why it makes you so mad, why it gets you so upset, why it causes you to have breakdowns and freakouts, you can unlearn the behavior and you can have better coping mechanisms to go with it. When I dated my ex of a year, this was a partner I loved the most. I loved her the most. It was the best. It was the best relationship. It sucks how it ended. In which, by the way, I had to burn those bridges. It was smart too. Regardless, moving forward, she would very often do things that would trigger me. They would trigger me. Yes, I have trust issues. I had very extreme trust issues. So it could be something simple as, if you're on your phone, right? If you're on your phone and you're flipping through shit, you're flipping through shit, right? If I see you turn off what you're doing and put your phone down as soon as I come around, or your phone gets within my view, I think you're doing something, or you're talking to someone, you were doing something you weren't supposed to do. You weren't supposed to be doing. And that to me is toxic as fuck. It's a very toxic thing to do and not okay. Not okay to do that. You gotta do better. You have to do much better. And this is coming from, as a unit type deal, you gotta do better. You gotta fight harder. So when you avoid your triggers, you don't deal with the pain, you don't heal, you get worse. Because now you've delayed your coping mechanisms, and now you're getting triggered and you have freakouts and you can't figure out why you're having them or where they come from. It takes time. Oh my goodness. Dream speed runs. When I would play Minecraft with my best friend Tom, they go in. We would I'd be in the cave. I'd be in the cave getting a bunch of iron, getting a bunch of coal, grabbing diamonds and shit. And I'd come up and this nigga would have the nicest house. He was a phenomenal builder. Loved it. Phenomenal. The best duo. Best duo. I thought they were trying to keep him away from it. No, they're all trying to grab him to get him to touch it. They're all fucking with each other. They've all got to be friends, or at least this is the team they play very often. They play often enough to where they kind of have an idea of who each other is, which is hilarious. So I love seeing this level of camaraderie between each other. But yeah. Yo, bro, oh gosh, she likes you. It's gonna be some bullshit. It's off right. Hey, look at him. Yo, no, he said no, no, they jump at me. He said jump at me. Oh shit. I've been seeing a lot of Godzilla memes. I think he actually kicked her. Look at the way she fell. God bless. Jesus Christ. So this was back about like 2 or 3 months ago, where a very sexist question came out, and it was a question of, who would you rather choose, a bear or not a bear, if you were to meet in the forest, and a lot of people were saying bear. Now, the issue that I have with this question, it's trying to attack a genuine issue, but it's going about it in the worst way possible. There are men out there who are a genuine threat to women. Yes. But these men are very few and far between compared to everyone else. You probably pass about 1,000 people every day. There are 1,000 people that have access to you, and I mean, these are people you pass while you're in your car. These are people you pass on the road. These are people you pass when you're on the sidewalk. These are people that you probably work with on a daily basis. Nothing bad happens to you, but it's just one bad guy gets you. Now, one thing that I would say is that not every snake is poisonous, but we all fear them just the same. You have to acclimate yourself to show people that you're not a threat. And the and of course the incels come, the feminists take this question, they toxify it, they make it toxic as fuck. It goes from trying to be a question to open up an opportunity of talking about domestic violence and various concepts of sexual assault, and it has turned into let's degrade men and make them like animals, which is why I try to compare women or people, men and women to animals. We don't compare them to that because it makes them less than human. You are human, no matter what. And it also, for some reason, makes people people don't understand how absolutely awful bears are. You don't wander by yourself in the woods. Well, there's bears out, especially during bear mating season. Don't do that. There are videos of people being eaten alive by bears because bears won't kill you. They eat you alive slow. You'll die from from bleeding out essentially, and you probably won't die for a good 2 or 3 hours. So the entire time the bear and maybe the cubs are eating you, you're going to be living through all of it. Not something you want to go through ever. But then we also came back and we decided to ask this question. The question was, who would you rather tell your feelings to? A woman or a tree? If you're stuck out in the desert, who would you rather have? A dog or a woman? So of course, all the incels, all the other all the sexists, the misogynists, the misandrists. So it's a lot of toxic groups fighting each other, screaming that one side is worse than the other. When taking a big step back at it, what I'm seeing is, hey, there's a major disconnect and otherwise antagonistic relationship between the average man and the average woman when they don't know each other. And we live in a world where we need each other more than anything. Men can't act like women, women can act like men. We can't. If you're not identifying as the other, that is. But because those people do exist, I accept them, I love them. But you can't poison us and complain that we're sick. That's what I'm saying. Vice versa too. Yeah. Every single one of them want to crash out. Oh yeah, the Akatsuki straight up. Oh yeah, they ready to do some shit, bro. Okay, let's talk about this. First things first, AI is very scary. This is AI. You can tell it's AI, but holy shit, this is good AI. The nose is kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure if they ran it a couple more times, they'd fix it. This is probably the best one that popped up. You are the first guy who's treated me right. So generally, so the reason why this is a problem is because, so this is funny because now you can take a look at two memes and see how they coincide with each other. Someone who is saying this, it is normally a sign that the person doesn't have a high amount of self-esteem. And this means they don't think very highly of themselves. Now, there's a reason why we have to define what that means. Not thinking highly of themselves. You are a byproduct of what you think and who you think of yourself as. That is why having control over your thoughts and your mind makes life easier for you. You're less likely to be depressed, have emotional outbursts, because you can control how you're thinking about yourself. So this also tells me that your in general taste in men is not very good, and you are choosing your partners based off of the wrong way that they make you feel. You think that someone can protect you because they make you scared, because they think that you are dangerous, when in reality you're just a danger to not only to yourself but to the person dating. They are more attracted to chaos and toxic behaviors that we have romanticized in our society, and we tend to and they also tend to chase after men that might have either a lot of resources or have a lot of options, so they feel like they're being chosen, and this results in someone kind of ruining their ability to have good long-term relationships without, easily. Like a long-term relationship, a good loving relationship is not going to come easy to them, and this person is more than likely going to fall back on the low self-esteem that they have. So they're going to fall back to someone that validates how they feel about themselves, which is why you'll find a lot of really nice people, a lot of people who would otherwise be great wives to the right man, to the right woman, with shit people. And that's because they're confident in themselves, who they think they deserve, and what they find to be fun, and what they find to be healthy in a relationship. Because this is someone who wants to have fun. Your first guys are treating you right, so you dated a bunch of shit guys first, or you slept with a bunch, or you slept around a whole bunch. So this person isn't really good romantic material, and they will only be good romantic material because here's the thing. So this brings us back to this thing where she says, I'm trying to protect my peace. Okay, look at this. Yeah, want to see if you just want to dance. So when you start dating, when you go from dating toxic relationships, or you go from having sex without commitment, or dealing with people who don't really want you but you're trying to win them, so to speak. So these are just very toxic and terrible dynamics to deal with in a relationship, right? You end up getting hurt. Eventually you get hurt so bad you finally say fuck it, you get sick of it. Or people start to threaten that they will no longer participate in your bullshit if you continue your bullshit. So you try to overcorrect and find someone who's really healthy. You can't deal with a healthy relationship because it brings out all your triggers, and now you're upset and angry all the time, and you become resentful in many ways. And so you're not able to really engage in this relationship in a way that matters. So he's walking away because the chance of him walking away from this relationship unscathed and being okay is very slim to none. Is it possible? Yes, but the person in question who's saying this needs to be in therapy and needs to recognize that they're going to be triggered a lot and willing to have the emotional capacity to work through that. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on both sides. If the person's worth it, they're worth it. But people aren't as special as they think they are. That includes me too. Oh, so here is something I like to call this is what the girl in this, and what the female in this prompt is saying, is doing, is an advanced form of lying. So an advanced form of lying is iceberging, or not iceberging, or uh trickle truthing is what it means. And so what's going on is that people are only vague about stories they're excited to tell you about when there is information that they don't want to give you. That is simple fact. If I say I met a girl And while it is in my best interest to protect her personal information, I'm gonna fucking name the person. They get a first name, not a last name, but just a first name. You're not gonna know who they are. You're not gonna understand who they are, who they might be. But the best part about all this is the simplistic fact that 9 times out of 10, whatever, they're trying to withhold information from you, and that withholding of information or iceberging, where I'm giving you just enough to kind of satisfy your interest and to kind of remove guilt from me that I'm not telling the truth, so I can gaslight you more later. Very toxic, not good. And you can tell because they're being very vague. So when you press for details, they get very uncomfortable. Something's going on they don't want you to know about. Therefore, you kind of want to walk away and get rid of that person. Friend, family, or foe. You don't got to put up with that. Transparency is imperative in relationships. Very, very important. And if this person plans on dating you, or your relationship is intimate, and they are not willing to share intimate details with you, find someone else who will. So you just had a child, your hormones are raging out of control, and you're going to encourage women to go off and be single mothers, divorce their husbands, and leave them. How many times in life have we decided that we didn't want to spend time with a friend or our family member and realized later that it wasn't that bad? Yep. So this is also why a huge reason as to why um having a child is extremely difficult for the entire family. Your hormones go crazy and go out of control. And this is also heavily exacerbated by the fact that our society has been for the last 20 years been engaging in hyperstimulation. So what I'm doing right now is hyperstimulation. We're consuming a lot of content and a bunch of information left and right, and that makes us very anxious because we're not supposed to be consuming this much information this fast. We get really bad anxiety when we learn a lot of things at once, and that's a constant thing for us because now there's a bunch of things to think about, and your brain is racing. It's a motor that's running and it's not turning off. So what she's doing that I don't like, and even if it's a joke, don't joke about this type of shit. But you are effectively encouraging people to just leave, to leave. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're experiencing postpartum depression, therapy is very important. And I think that most people should be in couples counseling when they get married. Or actually, excuse me, I think you should start couples counseling when you get engaged. When you decide to, bro, Tinder up here is freaking crazy. I ran into so many single mom divorced women on the app. Yes, divorce rates are very high for between a man and a woman. It's at about a 60 to 70%, and we have a lot of women who are older who are unhappy with their own life choices and their lack of relationship and fulfillment that are encouraging other women to either leave their partner or stay single. And that's how you get a bunch of cat moms, right? And we also mix this with the rapid rate of promiscuity. We're encouraging women to be promiscuous. We're encouraging men to be promiscuous. We're encouraging sex without commitment on both sides. And now you have a kid, or you're a single mom, and you've just set your child up for failure. because a good portion of the criminals in jail who commit felonies only grew up in a single parent household, and most of the people who commit sexual assault were raised by a single mother. Like a staggering amount from what our studies are showing. And I'll find stats on that later if you want to check me on it. So yeah, no. How you feel is not always valid. Yep, very much so. Yep. So here's what's happened in our society that also we need to talk about. Our access to social media has put us in bubbles, and we have been getting. Can't hear sound. You can't hear sound. You hear it now? Okay, so what he's talking about, you get put in a bubble, and now you can't be held accountable anymore. I cannot tell you that you're wrong about something without it magically being a problem, without it magically being this issue that we can't solve, that can't be dealt with. And this otherwise makes you horrifically unlikable. It just does. You're unlikable. You're unlikable. You're unwinnable. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to. I don't want to get in bed with you or nothing. And so we have to recognize why it's an issue. And it is. It's a major fucking issue. So what happens is you spent such a long time being told that you're right that when someone finally tells you that you're not right about something or they check you on that, you don't know how to accept the fact that you're wrong, even with that fact information about that. And this also means that you're probably also being held accountable for your own shitty actions are not a good way of thinking about things. And the fact of the matter is that when you're wrong about something, it catches up to you. It catches up to you. Not being right catches up to you. And those who can't admit that they were wrong don't go very far. They don't go very far. If I'm looking to hire people and to promote people, if you act as if you cannot be wrong about shit, I cannot and I will not have you in my circle at all. You're not gonna get anywhere with me. Hasta la vista. Try again next time. No comment. Wild. That's kind of funny. God damn, Ichigo got a PS5 and some of us don't. Bro has a PS5, an iPad, an iPhone, the Yeezy Red Octobers, and Orihime. What does this man not have? A mother. That is ridiculous. People on Twitter are crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh my goodness. Knocking on the door, and out comes the dad. The straight me mugging you. Oh, here comes this little nigga again. Oh, by the way, one of the most simple weapon with a really high learning, like not learning curve, but like a high level to mastery is a fucking staff. Literally, a metal pole is just fucking dangerous to have. Get smacked with that thing. Okay. Yep. So this is so okay. So this falls into a conversation about power dynamics in a relationship. And if you're a man that wants to lead that relationship, it makes you the leader, which gives you power over your partner to a certain extent. You need consent from your partner to have that power. It is something consent, and that person can withdraw that consent um, at their own discretion. At the end of the day, you can only control yourself, and you can only control those who allow you to control them. And you can't control her completely. You can give suggestions. I don't think you should do this. But at the end of the day, is that you can always get up and walk away from this person. To have to encourage your partner to respect the relationship is already a bad sign. Just offer it. I'm not saying you should never have to tell your partner these things, but because in your partner's eyes, it's completely fine. To you, oh, here's this problem. Here's how we see the world. You know, when my ex girlfriend points something out she don't like, it goes. We have a conversation about it. We do have a conversation about it so we can understand why that's the way. But if I'm talking to a female friend of mine and my girlfriend, my future girlfriend's like, that chick likes you and doesn't respect the fact and is upset that I'm here, that I'm in your life in the way that she wants to be. Oh, that friend has to go. No way, we don't play those games. I've done it before, I'll do it again. I can't protect you if you don't let me, so to speak. You can't say things like, oh, a man should provide and protect, and then you purposely put yourself in a position where I can't protect you. It's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. As a man, you have to earn that submission, which requires you to be a good man. Not a nice man, a good man, a genuinely good person. You gotta have the capacity to be dangerous. You gotta have the capacity to walk away from the individual. You gotta have self control of yourself. I don't watch awesome games done quick no more. Why not? Yep, yep. There's that's what I'm talking about. Yep. I've heard of lots of stories of women going to parties that their partners have specifically said, "Hey, please don't go to this party. Um, Here are behaviors that I don't like that men are going to try to do to you," and they, well, I would do what I want. I'm a superhero. I do what I want. And then they end up going to a party. They get super drunk. They get touched on. They get p diddied, and you want to feel bad about it. You want to feel bad about it, but you can't. I said, don't go. You went, and something bad happened to you. You put yourself in a position where I couldn't save you, where I couldn't protect you. You put yourself in a position where you became inebriated, you couldn't make proper good decisions, and people took advantage of that fact. You didn't listen to me when I told you, yep, I'd leave you. I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be there to, on your in your road to recover. Now I'm gonna leave you. I said not to go. You went anyways. That's not going to be a dynamic in a relationship the entire time I'm with you. If you sense danger and you tell me about it, I'm gonna fucking listen. But we have stigmatized it. Oh, he's trying to control you. He's trying to tell you what to do. You know why I'm getting promoted? Because I was willing to be submissive to my bosses. I was willing to be malleable. Now I'm a better leader, better speaker. I'm better because I was able to be forged. I was able to be sharpened. I was a sword. I was forged, and Kirby being sharpened. If you will not let me burn out all the impurities in you so I can make you into something more than what you are now, can't be together. Cannot be together. Yep. Just normalize cheating. I'm gonna go to a party with a bunch of guys. I don't want to be with someone like people. Mostly women don't understand this, but people in general don't recognize the concept that it is so unattractive for long-term relationships to even think about going to a party. Let's go to a place of hedonism where there's drugs, rampant sex, and alcohol. And my partner is supposed to not be worried about that shit? Fuck out of here. It is sad that men find more success with their partner by just not giving a shit. Shouldn't be like that. You know, sometimes I think about doing this. Just getting up, leaving my house, buying like an RV or something, and then just leaving. Seeing how far I can go. Not really worried about a job or anything. Just try and fuck it. I can back out in the woods. Live there for a year or two. That's very sweet. No lightning strike. If I come up there, we should go to a bar. Remember when we first started talking? Remember when you didn't want me? So she started to like you after talking and getting to know you. It's a more pure relationship because not one built off of lust. not a bad thing. Unfortunately, um, some people get very resentful at the lack of initial reciprocation. But here's what people don't understand. When you like someone, you watch them. And it really sucks to sit there and watch someone you like go after someone who's shit, get hurt, they come back to you. Now they like you. It's like you shouldn't have had to learn a lesson before finding me attractive. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go where I feel like, you know, my sense of self is more valid. So we say things like money doesn't buy us happiness, and it's not so much money itself buying us happiness, it's what we can do with the money. A lot of men just want to have a nice, comfortable life. We want a nice house, nice car, the American dream, and we want to have a partner in crime, someone that brings peace. Most men want peace. All right, when we're playing games and we're playing Xbox, it is fucking peaceful there. It is peaceful. There's no stupid drama. You know, we might be calling each other idiots and morons left and right, but there's no problems. All of our issues seem far away. It's peaceful. We want peace. Peace makes us happy. Yep. Now my question to you is, did you communicate this? Yep. So I'll move past that one. That's me right there. I used to love doing that stupid shit. What the fuck is his profile picture? What is his profile picture? We're gonna skip. We're gonna speed past that shit. We're gonna speed past that shit. Yep. Sometimes by being more concise with your language and just sitting back, don't react to shit. You will more often than not find the power you have by not reacting and just more so not letting things play out, but calmly reacting to things. It'll get you a little farther. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Trigon went and grabbed her. Caramel apples. This show was. I hated this show as a kid. I get how someone who might have never watched the absolute phenomenon that was the regular Teen Titans. But this show, I think the show would have been great if it came out like The Amazing World of Gumball. The Amazing World of Gumball was something original. That's why we rever it today, because it has the same energy. It's the exact same fucking show. It's just goofy as shit. But they took something that we all thoroughly loved, and they didn't just kidify it. They took the brain out, and now they're dancing the corpse like a puppet. It's not fun. What am I fucking watching? Me interrupting my bro's jerkmate partner because he won't hop on the game. He never learns. I'm confused about this. This is. That's it, bro. You're going under the Diddy profile. This motherfucker is a menace. Also, let's talk. Someone also mentioned that this person is like held that crazy work. That's kid. It's his brother. The lock-in joke. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, they gave Trunks a sword. Oh, please kill him on that tag. Please kill him. If you let that end right out, it's the end of us. So Trunks is my favorite character out of all of them. It used to be Gohan. It's Bardock and Trunks. Don't give a shit. This was the epitome of me back in high school. I would say something outrageous, and people at first would not agree. They thought it was ridiculous. And then here I am, 10 years later, and it is not uncommon that when I meet it with people that I used to know back in high school, and they would say things like, what they would tell me is, Matthew, you said something that I thought was fucking ridiculous, and I'll never forget it. And then the thing you said that was going to happen fucking happened. Word for word, bar for bar. You were right, and you were trying to warn me about it. It was hilarious. It's hilarious. It's not what happened isn't, but it kind of sucks being told that. Where I'm like, dude, I wish I'd listened from the very beginning. It could have saved you a lot of heartache and pain. But you wouldn't have learned the lesson. So there we go. I do not think that the conversation went this way. And what more likely happened is that you wanted something completely different than what your partner wanted. Where did the metal aglifers go? Fucking. It does suck when the relationship ends like that. You know, you're trying to communicate with your partner, explain some things, but I know what it's like to be with someone who refuses to acknowledge that they did something wrong and doesn't care. Don't date someone like that. There was no acceptance of what the other person said. What she said was healthy. The first thing she said in this falsified scenario. I don't have that feeling yet. I have no idea what you're feeling, but we'll go with that. Yeah, there are some people you very simply cannot communicate with because they have already closed off the ability to communicate with you. They already have it in their heads what they want to do and how they want to do it. And instead of trying to be, I want to say smart about it, it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. Yep. So this is exactly why I'm very picky about who I decide to be my partner, and why I try to develop a relationship first before just trying to have sex with somebody. Because this is a case of someone only has one thing to offer, and it is their end goal to ensure that you can't get that from anyone else. So I have one thing to offer. So not me personally, but what she's talking about is someone who has only one thing to offer. In this case, it's sex. And I get to take my day out on you. I get to do all these awful things to you, but as long as I let you hit this pussy, you're gonna stick around. And the moment I think the thing that really helped me get dick discipline was I took a major stint away from porn altogether, and that a completely allowed me to be like I couldn't care like about getting any ass. I still don't really care about getting any ass. I don't really care about it, you know. And it's no longer this addiction. Do I still consume it sometimes? Yes, I do, especially probably like once a week at the most. At the most, like, that's the most often I'll do it, and it's like that. You need to realize that they're people and they're flaws. And she's right. Some women are complete messes, and the only reason why you're with her is because she lets you hit because you are with this person because they sexually satisfy you, and you've never been sexually satisfied. But what you're not recognizing is that you are essentially letting your life turn into a fucking mess to be with this person because all they give is good sex, and that's it. When you recognize that, you get your power back. She's right. She's very right about this. Y'all undefeated, bro. Who read this? Badly, yes. Okay, so it is not hard to sound like you're deep and profound. You simply have to say things slowly and with confidence. She's not, she is talking with her feelings and her emotions. And I guess the things that she's talking about, because what this sounds like to me, what she is describing is that women can be more emotionally abusive toward people and not have to fear any consequences, versus if a man was emotionally abusive, he'd probably get his ass kicked. There's some partial truth to what she's saying, but she can't articulate it very well, or not without making her look like a bad person. So she's trying to, in many ways, validate this concept. And this is probably also a conversation where they're probably talking about social norms and shit like that. I kind of like Andrew Tate. I do like him quite a bit. I think he's kind of funny. But yeah, no. Oh, next. That for me was a trip up to Ohio last year. No, this year. At the beginning of this last year. It was last year. It was a trip in Ohio. It was phenomenal. Yeah. They're toxic traits. There's that much to say. It speaks for itself. They're toxic traits. Toxic traits. Walk away from them. Walk away from people like that. But I think a lot of stuff he's talking about. Let's go through it. Let's go through this. So I think not feeling the spark is a dumb reason to break up with somebody. It is up to you to feel that spark. Very much so. And relationships. Here's something that I hate. So I blame Hallmark movies this way. I blame Hallmark movies, and most importantly, I blame anything that associates relationships with hyperstimulation. It is not your partner's job to fulfill you. See, who this person is, I think people who break up because, oh, I didn't feel a spark anymore, you're basing your relationship off of feeling and not off the way you interact with the individual, not more off of the harder facts of everything. I think another thing you should probably also take a major reckoning to is this, right? Oh shit, hold on. People who do this are not emotionally intelligent and are unfulfilled. We'll move on. Yep. Is it weird? Yeah, the age gap is kind of weird, or at least perception wise, it's weird. But I think it's something adults leave alone. Let them do what they want to do. But if you're gonna make fun of men for wanting to engage with women because they look young and attractive at that time, we should also make fun of women who tend to like men around their prime as far as having money and resources. We can talk about that. Yeah, when that happens, it is such a scary thing. You don't know what to do. Boom. What do you have for me? Yep. 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 That's me right there. Yep. Love is tough. Love grows you. I'm sorry. So we've done two things. Okay, we have fought for equality on both sides. That's cool. But we also, you can't get both. You cannot ask to be treated like a man and then get upset when it happens. Being a man is not fun as fun as you think it is. It's just not. You gotta have the conversation about sexual compatibility. If you want to have sex once or twice a day and your partner isn't up for it, you shouldn't date that person. There are some things I suggest you do not sacrifice. Well, it might make your search to find someone who fits your needs better a lot more difficult, I think that sacrifice is a lot more worth trying to pursue. Because I don't want to be with someone that isn't going to offer me, isn't going to offer to have my needs met. It's not fun for anyone, so don't do it. I guess. What's your ass gets? Look at home. Bad baby. Look at home. Okay, I'm sick of you. Yeah, I know that feeling. Kickboxing, got one off. I don't care who liked the damn thing. I got one off from the coach. I should get picked up and thrown. Okay, stop. Because you're trying to. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hey, let's say I decided to compare myself to a serial killer who has killed 25 people. I killed one person. He killed 25 people. That didn't make me evil. That guy did more. The issue is, and here's something. Here's a hot take. Here's a hot take that a lot of people aren't going to fully agree with. But relationships are transactional. It's just that relationships have become transactional in the most toxic fucking sense. I'm not saying. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You believe that I should pay for the food because you gave me a chance. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's egotistical, and it shows me why picking you was a horrible decision. So we're not gonna go into that. Now, here's what I do suggest we should probably take a nice, neat little look at, right? You, if so, if I'm paying for the food, our date should either result in either a hookup, which I don't want, so we'll be splitting the bill, or B, a second date. I will pay for the first meal if there's a second date. I have no issue paying for the dates if it means I get to spend more intimate time with you. I gave you a chance. And this is me showing you that hey, I do have the capacity to provide. I do have extra income I can spend on this, and this is to show you. This is me showing you that hey, I do in fact have financial security here. You're safe to want things here of materialistic needs and whatnot. We do have those. And I want to see what the comments say because this is probably the most insolent shit. I think that is correct. That's also correct. That is actually fucking funny. And someone is fucking mad. I don't think it's him being single. I think he just don't think you're worth it, and that sucks. Broke bad, broke boys mad. No, but also like it sucks because we've gotten to this point where we're scared of being used. So like, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be misled and whatnot. So like, so a lot of it's just like having. So a lot of it's just a transparency. If hey, I don't see us having a second date. Let's split the bill. No one lost anything. There's no resentment. And we just leave. Plain and simple. But it's a much more complicated concept than we give credit for. Yeah, don't give people second chances. You really don't want to give people second chances. If they made the choice to walk away from you, you don't open that avenue back up for you, because if they leave and come back because they realize you're the best choice, that means you might be her best choice, but not her first choice. And she's always going to think of her first choice. Same thing with guys too. Everyone's going to have that one who got away. We just act differently about it. So that's kind of how it goes. I can't even begin to tell you how true this is. Yeah, I'm still gonna hold you very accountable for the stupid shit you do on second shift. But believe me when I sit here and say second shift is just a lot more relaxed and chill, because it's usually less people. You have a lot less really high upper management coming up, and you're still held accountable, like, for the people who are there. Like, you still do your job, and in fact, you even with less people, you'll pull more numbers somehow. You pull the same amount of numbers, and because people aren't like heavily pressured, less people in the way, less traffic. Scuba Steve, I really hope you didn't come for some Final Fantasy V gameplay. If you're here to watch the game, let me know. I'll switch from this to the game, because I'm like, oh shit, he was here in the Final Fantasy V shit. This man is crazy as shit. He is crazy as fuck. He's funny as hell. I was at work in the conference room, dying laughing, watching this man. He was funny as shit, but he's not wrong. And oh boy, this is gonna get heated. Because this is a very, very, very more so like lighthearted conversation. But let's go into it. Why are white women are getting more black men than black women are? Now, one thing we have to say is that black men are fetishized. Most races are fetishized. Asian women, white women, black men. We literally call an interracial relationship between a with a black man and a white woman. We either call it getting s'mored or getting Oreoed, or just getting blacked. That's what we call it. ABC jokes left and fucking right. But the reality is that white people, Caucasians, have a culture of they have a much more unified culture, and because of that, there tends to be more of a father figure and a mother figure, and it's usually seen that the father figure works hard and provides, and the mother figure really teaches lessons as to how to actually get a good man like the one she currently has. So there's this sense of unity that's great to have, and that's not really seen in the African American communities. But we'll talk about that on a whole other. That's a whole other topic I can get into and scream and rant about for hours and hours on end. But what happens is, and a lot of people, we are like, oh, this is a racist thing. This is race, you know, but how do you describe this? I know. I know. I get what you're saying. She put it in words that I can't put it in, which is great. But oh, someone used this example and it was great. Hey, I'm going to ignore you and pass you up because you don't have the money I want you to have right now. And I'm gonna go off and make really bad decisions. And when you do get that money that I want you to have, I'm gonna have more baggage, more problems, and if you fall on any hard times, I'm leaving. Why would I want to be with someone who waited at the finish line? If if I because I personally feel like if I don't get someone in the next like year or two, in the next 2 years, if I don't end up with someone, I don't ever see myself really getting married or taking a relationship seriously. I'm in the process of getting promoted. So when I start making more money,
And that opens the window up to make even more money in other places because I'm going into management, which is a job field that will probably never die. I don't want to be with someone who now wants to give me attention, time because I got money. Now because I have a position of leadership, power, and status. No, but someone who showed up, saw my potential, and stuck with me because he liked my character. Like I want someone to be here with me when I don't have much to offer them, because now I know it's real when I do have something to offer them, and you're getting with me for the right reasons. Yep. 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 Rejected left and right. What attack is this? Ooh. Lots of bright colors and effects. Yeah, Spider-Man. When you're 40 minutes to chemistry exam with 2 questions down here, Hypercharge cult super in the hallway. Hell no. Tough. Oh, okay. So this woman is in a very healthy relationship, in a healthy, loving relationship where her partner more likely encourages her to pursue her own hobbies and to maintain her own interests. This allows you to maintain your own sense of individuality, and you want that in a long term relationship, especially with yourself and other people, because you very will become the person you spend the most time around. You'll start to pull from them a lot. I am picking up habits from the guy I'm training with, who's training me, who has been training me for the past month. I am picking up habits from him. An example: if you see me kind of smacking my hands on the desk, making a noise, yeah, I got that from him. I got that from him. Great, great. It's funny when you go into it, but seriously, yeah, great. It's great. So by having that level of individuality, it is easy to spend time with someone that you love and care about when they're not sucking you into them or taking who you are away from you. But the question is what do you want to do that your boyfriend wants you to do? Which usually isn't a very good thing to do at all. And he's not letting you do it because he's insecure or doesn't want you to do it because it's just not good for you, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, my question is he working? Is he paying bills? Like, both sides have to contribute to each other. It's how we show love to each other and let the individual know what's going on, because in my opinion, you should never ever leave room for someone else to do the job that you could be doing. If you won't do it, someone else will. Let me tell you that shit right now. That is life in general. I won't go into leadership, someone else is going to take that position. You gotta be opportunistic. I like that. Yep. There's a joke here. I'm about to like away because good advice. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna take number 3 and make it something more healthy. 2, your otherwise physical health. How well are you taking care of yourself? We can go from there. Damn, that's sad. Uh, I'm sorry. What is going on here? These are all like, yeah, yeah. They get so focused and like, what the fuck's going on? Trying to figure everything out. What? Oh my gosh, that's dope as hell. Wow. Damn. I'm lonely as fuck. Anyways, when the ghost has given you one evidence and burned both the crucifixes, yeah, fucking leave. Let me see just how healthy these are. I'll be the. Turn the music off. Turn it off. I want to hear it. I cannot read that on the background of what you had. You have a darker background for this shit. What's one memory from our relationship that makes you smile just thinking about it? Already good. Great start right there. If we could design our dream relationship together, what would it look like? Okay, future focused. That's good. That's good. I even said itself. What's something I could do differently that would make you feel heard or understood? Okay, yeah. So this is a vie to kind of get positive to have more positive emotions affixate with you. That's the first one. The second one is, hey, what do you? It's a good way to figure out what your partner kind of wants out of a relationship. What do you want out of this? Where are you going with this? It's a great thing to go for. Number 3, um, yeah, opening up a line of communication. I want you to feel heard and understood. A lot of times that leads to misunderstandings and resentment. So we're trying to remove breaks, trying to break down walls and stuff. It's all really healthy things. Healthy things. In fact, I might go ahead and ask one of these. Um, but the person in question, yeah, she's great. Celebrity crushes are kind of weird. It's someone that you say, "Hey, I would totally, if I could have this person, I would take it." And I think that's kind of weird. I agree with him. I don't have to hear what he has to say. I think it's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. No, no, but she is right. I think that the romanticization of serial killers is not a good fucking idea. What would you know? Fucking weird. Uh yes and no. Yes and no. Let's ask this question. Why has masculinity turned into what it is now, where we're thinking about being masculine? Here's the thing: men like that finish last. Unfortunately, they don't get the girl. This isn't a fucking anime. It's all fantasy. You have to have an edge to you. Those characters do have an edge, but you have to have an edge, and a lot more places than where they have an edge. All right, that's that. We're going to jump over. We're gonna actually play the game we said we'd play. That's in the fucking search bar. Final Fantasy V, everybody. Just got off of second shift. Mr. Worldwide, trying to be a supervisor. We're gonna play some Square fucking English. Hold on, take this. What the hell, boy? Get Instagram turns off. Fake game capture. I'm like this. There we go. Save. Turn this on. And we're gonna load game. I have no idea what the hell I was doing last time, but I believe I was starting to believe. I told myself I want to dream your dream, and I did exactly that. All right, so we're gonna do something. So I want to do a lot of this. Before I start, we're gonna do an event, a minor event. And that event is called Song of the Day. If there's a song you have in your head that plays in it nonstop or on repeat, I suggest that you put it in the chat. So what I can do is Song of the Day. Equals ETA by New Jeans. We chat and we pin the message. There we go. What's your ETA? It's a little bit, it's got a lot of funk in it. It's really fun. Like the song a lot. Now we are about to essentially be on bullshit. We got monsters here. We got all the scientists are freaking out. They made us move out the way. They made us experiment. It didn't work out for them. I'm going here though. I'm leaving. Wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Hold on. What's up here? Oh. You know damn well I'm getting ready to spam the living hell. What's up here? Okay, so you probably know the filling pots forming below suggest it. Heal up and climb ladder in front of the entrance to continue. Quick save here. We're on quick save here. I am reading from a guide simply because I want to get as much of the game done as possible. Is it possible? I couldn't tell you. We'll set it up there for 10 minutes. There you go. Okay. Go for the Beastmaster level 2. Oh, wait a minute. Abilities. Blue magic control. We need control magic. Alright, no. We gotta make him a blue mage. And your ability needs to be his ability is gonna be control. You gotta take control of monsters because he automatically has learn with them, right? Why right now if you don't have good skins? Oh, I'm needing someone to be at level. Oh, it's not good. A number divisible by 5. Oh my goodness. Because I get level 5 death from this character. Lord have mercy. I actually have to grind. I'm not happy about this, Bob. Not happy one bit. You were a summer. Yeah. Oh my lord, I'm having trouble with the menus. We'll set yourself to fuck it, blue magic. Don't go back in the. Yep. Yeah, I need 3 levels. And I'm out 4, so I'm gonna have to like have someone fighting by themselves or the whole party get wiped. So the goal right now is to instead, we're gonna get all the characters up level 29, and we're gonna have our boy running by himself for a little bit and see if we can't get him to level up by himself. So he's at level 30, and that allows us to essentially kind of walk away scot-free. I forgot all about this, and this is also great ADP. No one else is okay. Good. I don't want people to be too leveled up or anything like that. So we gotta rock and roll from there. But guys, I love having feedback. Feedback is the fastest way to grow. I love to listen, and that's my greatest strength, in my opinion, is listening. So please tell me, how interesting, how fun, how engaging was it for me to go down, literally just going down through Instagram, going straight down through Instagram and talking about the stuff I was watching. How interesting was that? It's okay if it wasn't. That made me upset. Attack. Right. Wait. Oh, yes. What did you get from that anyways? That? Okay. What can I keep her thematic right now? Probably Berserker? Berserker would not be a bad idea. Might be best to make it a knight. Oh, we also go ninja here. Throw. And I think maybe barehanded would be really good. We'll go barehanded. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how her damage looks. There we go. All hit. That is great feedback. Always good to watch Instagram reactions. You may want to make the channel just chatting after that. Very all right. That's SpongeBob meme. Write that down. writing that shit down. We're gonna take it to the presses. We're gonna make something of it. Gary, I'm buying a brand new pair of J's. Which I'll admit, I talked a lot longer than I thought it was. So my allotted time for the day was 2 hours, and I'm up at the 2 hour mark. And I proceeded to not sleep like I wanted to. I was like, okay, let's do it for like 30 minutes, maybe 10, 15, see how it feels. And I had way too much fun doing it. Way too much fun doing it. It was so enjoyable because it's something new to talk about, a new topic to go on about. Final Fantasy is phenomenal. I love the game more than anything. Why aren't you getting into me? You mashed that too? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you've done Time Mage. Oh my lord. This is something beautiful. We've made something great. We're making her a Time Mage, right? And we're going to she'll become, oh my gosh, she's God. Well, I wonder what attack she has access to. Oh crap. That's kind of nice. Okay, we'll attack with normal. Pick her out. Not not a one hit scenario, but fuck it. Yeah, attack, throw, transfusion. Oh hell no. Mute. Stop, pace, slow, regen. Oh. I think we'll just make her. Okay, we'll give her summons back just so she can still have like some sense of damage, and we'll only do that when she's which unfortunately I would have to kind of like remember that, but as long as we're grinding summons, we'll just summon at that point. You can still do blue magic and black magic, which is great. But I like Era. It's really cool. Very cool attack. We are currently at level 27 still, and it might just mean I have to get level 5 deaths some other time. There we go. Let's go from there. When I come back, probably sometime tomorrow. I'll be at the level necessary and we'll start the next match. Master image. Club at level 6. Is he done? Oh my goodness. Oh, I do have this set to plus to times 4. I should not be surprised. Oh, he's pop. We'll make my character berserker. Two-handed. Good enough for me? Good enough for me. That's just a cool attack. I don't care what anyone says. Just want me like 3 or 4 at once, but we are now hitting single target for crazy damage. Goodness, what are my stats? It's like all dick no balls. Look at this, all strength and attack and nothing else. Nothing else. Oh, bet. I missed. Cloud boom. How are you still alive? Looks like arrow's not doing what it used to. That sucks. Abilities. Magic. Black Medical 6. Where does this go? To the motherfucking desert. Okay. Oh, use attack. You do nothing else for attack. Open it. Summoners are OD as shit. Seizure warning, guys. By the way, this, oh my gosh. He gets attacked. That boy, that's Black Air Force energy right there. If I've ever seen it. A sand boil. Oh, I thought I said sand boy. Diamond dust. They said mink. I can break these cuffs. Oh shit. Is that a bear? Is that a sand bear? Tag Guardian. Got on the sand. Burn. Sand bear is kind of tanky, I ain't gonna lie to you. Wait a minute. 28. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a freaking grind and a half, but we're gonna make it. There are times I think about that peaceful day. You feel away when I see that look that bears upon your face, the same one that you made. But baby, won't you please don't leave? Can't tell if the world's gonna come through today. It really is. We all love each other. We have love for each other. Too prideful to be open and honest about things, to at least admit how we feel to each other. Gonna sit there and just kind of talk to the entire time. It's kind of sad. It's really sad when you break it down and take a look at it. You look at it through a lens. People get hurt, and we don't have the emotional intelligence to recognize that we are only facilitating the very things that made us painful, made us feel the pain that we initially have. So we're not doing anything to try to fix it, you know? It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking to look at it and to recognize what's going on and why it's... Did my summoner just outspeed my ninja? You getting ready for work? Yeah, I should get ready to go to sleep. Paris mastered first right. Chance of having the first back. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, but never get back attacked again. It does kind of suck that you can only have one ability. Two abilities. I'm thinking about this. Just grab this and artful charger. What would you? Oh my lord. Oh my god, look at those stats. Oh Jesus, why is the health so high? Let's go. We're gonna send her back to Joe. Afterwards, we're probably gonna set her to another physical attack physical attack base. We will probably not do barehanded, but maybe no longer having back attack is a great idea. Perfect, beautiful. I'm gonna go back and heal. And guys, I'm looking at the clock and something is telling me that it's about that time for me to head out of here. How sad. Came out of the OS. I think the great thing about work is talking to people in Spanish, man. We're gonna heal up, go all the way up. I don't want to leave yet. I really don't want to, but I know that I have to. I gotta go home. I gotta either A, get some sleep, or go do what I gotta do. Wait, no, not here. Move our way. Yeah. All right. Making fraud guilty and shit, don't leave me.